All right, guys, we are back with game five of our big sexy Bartolo Cologne 2015 replay. He's 0-3 so far, um, and has pitched into a little bad luck in the last two outings. See how it goes for him here. We're looking to get his first win of the season, and he's going to be up against. We're in Miami, Marlins, facing the Marlins. Matt Latos, a right-hander who had 16 starts with a 4-7 with a 4.48 ERA. So the Mets should have some success against him. Let's get started. It's going to be Curtis Granderson leading it off. He's the right fielder for the Mets, followed by Lagares, the center fielder, and Lucas Duda, the first baseman. That's an 11. That's a wheelhouse. A wheelhouse 51 against a righty. That's going to be a line drive base hit to center field for Granderson. So Granderson is on at first. Granderson had 11 stolen bases. He'll go periodically. Let's check and see if he'll go right now. We can look at, let me see, the number we have rolled is a 10. What is the rule for the automatic? I can't remember, but you know what? We're going to, let's see quickly. I think I can find it. Stealing. Combine the runner as a letter catcher's on right. Okay, that we know. So if hitting. Key. Auto steal. When a batter reaches first and second base and the next base is open, check the 2d6 result, the last card drawn, and the pile. And turn over the top card from the deck and refer to the stealing section of the, if you see at the bottom section, the stealing card below determined. Equal or lower than the batter's steal number he attempts to steal. So a 10 is not going to be, looking at the 10 that I have there, and you can see it right here. The 10, that's not going to be lower than anything. Let me see, the steal number is going to be, is a 3, so that's not going to happen. That's not going to be happening. So there's no steal, and it's Juan Lagares. And it's a 3, a defensive check. Let's see if the Miami defense will hold. Shortstop range, they have Echeverria there. I don't know why that. Let's check and see what Echeverria has as a range. Echeverria's range is an A range, so it's going to be a 1 to 24 is a hit, and we rolled a 20, so that's going to be a base hit. So a hit gets by Echeverria, and let's see what happens with the hit. It's going to be an 8, and that's going to be a single. Single, runner moves to second. So first and second, nobody out now. And it's going to be Lucas Duda, the left-handed hitting, power hitting first baseman. And that's a 5. That's tough. A 61. A tough 61 is going to be a pop-up to... It's a pop-up to the third baseman. And he calls for it. That's Martin Prado. Everybody else holds on that. So Lucas Duda pops up. Now it's Michael Kadire, runners on first and second. And that's a 6. Patient, a 0-3. Patient 0-3 is ball 4. Kadire walks. Bases are loaded for Danny Murphy. Danny Murphy, let's look and see how he's been hitting lately. We just tap on his name. over here on the iScore. I use an iPad for iScore, and he's 4 for 9 in 9 plate appearances. Yeah, so he's 4 for 9 so far in our season with 1 strikeout, batting .444. So Danny Murphy, and he's got 1 RBI. Here's the pitch, and that's a 4. That's tough, a tough 61. A tough 61 takes it to the out range, and that's going to be a G6, and that's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. So that's an out. It's going to be a ground out, a 6-4-3 double play. 1 runner advances, but the runner at second is out, and then the throw to first just gets Murphy for the double play. And Latos gets out of the jam, the mini jam, if you will. And here comes Bart Cologne. We're at Marlins Park. And it's going to be D. Gordon leading it off against Bart Cologne. And that's a 12 in play, a 39. And in play 39 is a base hit single. And D. Gordon, he's got, I mean, he steals. His steal number is a 6. So we're going to look at number 8, and it has to be 6 or less. Hold on a second. And it is not. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. Don't do that. That's disgusting. Get out. Don't do that. Step. Bed dog. All right. And now, so D. Gordon's going to hold. We can try again after the next batter. All right, it's a 12. It's in play again, a 71. And in play 71 takes us to a fly ball center field. 1 away now. And then we're going to check again. It's going to be 9, so he doesn't go there either. No stolen base attempt. Martin Prado. Giancarlo Stanton now. And that's a 5, which is tough. A tough 0-5. That's going to be a strikeout. So Giancarlo goes down swinging for the fences, as usual. Marcell Ozuna is playing center field in this game. It's a right-handed center fielder. I don't know why I have him down as a lefty. He's a righty. Okay. Just switch that. And that's a 7 in play 77, in play 77. That's going to take us to the out range. That's going to be a fly ball center field. And that's out number 3. Okay, it's going to be Eric Campbell in the top of the 2nd inning. And that's an 11. That's a wheelhouse. 0-6 against a right-hander. That ball's hit deep to center field. Back goes Ozuna to the track, to the wall. He looks up. That's out of here. Eric Campbell puts one out at Marlins Park. Gives the Mets a 1-0 lead. And I know that Latos wishes he had that pitch back. Wilmer Flores. That's a 3. That's a defense. We're going to defensive check here. See what happens. We rolled a 23. So it's a range second base. Whatever the range, a 23, even if it was the best possible range, it's a hit. So that's going to be a single. A single for Flores. Gets it through the infield. That's a second range hit the Mets have. Plawecki. 9. That's tough 29. A tough 29 is a strikeout, so Plawecki down on strikes. Now it's going to be Cologne batting. Not a very good bunter, so we're going to... It's a wheelhouse, a wheelhouse 97, and he's a 5, so wheelhouse 97 will be a fly ball to left. 97, yeah, it's going to be a fly ball to left field. And now it's Curtis Granderson with 2 outs against Latos. It's an 8, tough, a tough 86. Tough 86 is going to be a ground ball second base. He flips to Echevarria for out number 3. So Cologne back on the mound. He's going to be facing Morse, Real Muto, and Suzuki. And that's a 6. That's in play. And in play 49. In play 49 takes us to a fly ball to right field. That's an 11. That's a defensive check. See if the defense, the error 5. Let's look at our other number, a 40. So there's a potential, an error 5. That would be a 1 to 9, a 40. 40 would be, it would have to be a 1 error at on Eric Campbell, and I don't think he's that at all. We will check quickly. Eric Campbell. Eric Campbell is a error 1 at third base. So he is an error 1, and that happens to be an error on Campbell. And it's an 8. Third baseman 8. It's a 1 base error. So E5. So Real Muto is on because of due to the error on the third baseman Eric Campbell. Okay, so Ichiro. And we have Ichiro batting from the right side. That's not correct. Making all these corrections in the system. All right, 7. That's an in-play 52. An in-play 52 takes us to a fly ball to left field. Lifts one to left field, goes the opposite way, but hangs up there for Kadir. And that's going to be out number 2. And then now it's Adani Echevarria, the shortstop. And that's a 5. That's tough 0-6. A tough 0-6 is a strikeout. All right. Give me 1 second. I have another visitor. Come here. Oh, Christ. Why do you have to come in here all the time and do that? Here. All right. Juan Lagares against Matt Latos now. Here's the pitch from Matt Latos. That's an 8. That's tough. A tough 98. It's going to be a fly ball to left. 1 away. It's a 3. It's a defensive check. Again, another defensive check. It's a range second base. We rolled a 31. Range second base, a 31. He's got to be anything but an A, and it would be a hit. Anything but an A is a hit, and that's D. Gordon. Let's see what D. Gordon is. D. Gordon is a B range. A B range, a 31 is a hit, so another ball that gets through the infield for a single for the Mets. So Duda is on it with a single. And dude is not a threat to steal. Okay, here's the pitch. It's tough, excuse me, 58, a tough 58. Tough 58 is going to be a sharp liner into center. Runner advances 2 bases. So with 1 out, you have first and third now for the Mets. Skidire singles off the tough range. 58 is a tough hit off on that part of Kadire's card. And now you're going to have Danny Murphy. Danny Murphy grounded out in his last at bat. So here's an opportunity for the Mets to score a run. There's 1 out, runners on first and third. And that's a 5. That's going to be tough. Tough 79. A tough 79 is going to take us into a 4. And that may be another double play. And it's going to be a 79 is a 4-6-3 double play. And the Marlins get out of the inning. 6-4-3. He held up there, but he's out at second on a double play. So Murphy hits into a double play, and that ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the third inning. And that was Murphy who made the out. And there we go. Okay. So it's going to be Matt Latos leading it off for the Mets against Bart Colon. Should be able to get him out. He's a 13 pitcher hitting card. And 11 is defense. A lot of defense or error first base. First baseman is Lucas Duda. And he's an E4. He's an E4. So an error is 1 to 14. It's a 34, so that isn't going to be an out. And we're going to call that a 10. It's going to be a pop-up to the first baseman. Okay. D. Gordon now. D. Gordon's 1 for 1. He's singled. And that's a 9. That's a 9 is a tough. A tough 17 is a strikeout. So D. Gordon down on strikes. And now it's Martin Prado. He flied out his first at bat. That's a 10. A tough 77. A tough 77 is going to be. He's a right-handed. That's going to be a. 77 is going to be a pop-up to. It's a right-hander to the third baseman Flores. Pop up to Flores at third at short. And now Latos gets back on the mound, and he's going to be facing Eric Campbell, Wilmer Flores, and Kevin Plawecki. Here's the pitch. It's a 6. Patient. A patient 71, and that's right out of range. That takes us to a fly ball to center field. And Marcelo Ozuna puts that away. Out number 1. We're in the top of the 4th. 8 is tough. 17, that's a strikeout. 2 outs. Flores down on strikes. And it's Plawecki. He's 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in the first inning. That's a 5. That's a tough. Tough 42 is a strikeout. Again, this time looking. One's swinging, one's looking. And Giancarlo Stanton is leading it off for the Marlins. Bart, 3. A 3 is tough, and 0-8, that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Bart strikes out Giancarlo. Marcelo Ozuna, that's a 2. That's a wheelhouse. A wheelhouse 94 is going to be in the out range. Fly ball, deep left field, 2 out. And that's a 10. That's a tough. Tough 53. Strikeout. Morris strikes out. All right, Cologne is up. Pitcher hitting card 5. Not very good. Not much of a hitter. That's a 4. That's a tough 74. A tough 74 is going to be a swing and a miss. Cologne strikes out. Curtis Granderson, who's 1 for 2, he singled. That's a 6. That's patient. Patient 09. It's going to be ball 4. And we're going to check. Now he's not going to steal. Just have 11 stolen bases. Lagares, excuse me, in play 0-2. In play 0-2 is going to be a double. That's an opposite field shot. So he's batting righty, so that's going to be to right field. And all runners are going to score. So that's an RBI double for Juan Lagares. And that is going to give the Mets a lead of 3. I have 3-0 now. I thought it was 1-0. Let me see exactly where that other run came from. Let me go back here. Let's see. Home. I go back into the game. Okay. So it was a Kadire walk. Curtis Granderson advanced to third. Juan Lagares advanced to second. Danny grounds out. Throw to shortstop. Choaria. Double play, but I don't see where that first run scored. It was runner on first and second. Then the bases were loaded when Kadire walked to load the bases. So then Danny Murphy grounds out, and that should not be a run there. All of a sudden, the Mets scored a run because of the double play. I didn't see that. I know they had a home run at some point. Yeah, Eric Campbell hit the home run. That should have been 1-0, but they shouldn't score a run in the first inning. So we got to go back and correct that. And the way you do that is you get out, you exit the game. I'd like to be able to show you this. That's why this is so great. Let me bring this in here. I'm going to show you how to. So you exit the game. At the bottom, I just hit exit, right? Then I go to edit game. And I'm going to go back to where the run scores. Lados. Okay. Murphy hits into a double play, and we're going to go back to that. We're going to go back there. Danny Murphy grounds out to a double play. We're going to edit. Game adjust, substitution, none. Game adjustment. The score. It's gonna be a 0. There's no run that scores there. All right, so we fixed it now. Gonna go back, and there it is. It's corrected. It stands corrected. You can see it at the top of your screen. Gonna go back to score the game, and now the score is 2-0. Lagares is in at second with his double. He's going to put Lagares on at second base. And it's 2-0 Mets. And Lucas Duda is at the plate with 1 out. And that's a 5. That's tough. 81, a tough 81. Is going to be a fly ball to center. Fly ball to center field. And Ozuna puts that away. Not deep enough for any advancement. And it's Michael Kadire. 2 outs. Kadire singled earlier in the game. So 4. A 4 is going to be a tough 55. A tough 55. And in Kadire's card, that's going to be a single. And sharp liner, runner on second advances 1 base, but Lagares is a 6, and with 2 outs, you automatically score. So Lagares is an 8 runner, so he's going to score. There we go. It's going to be a single RBI. So Kadire hits an RBI, a 2-out RBI single, and Lagares scores from second. So it's a 3-0 Met lead, and it's Danny Murphy. And that's going to be a 9. That's a tough 42. A tough 42 is going to be an outrange, ground ball to third base. Prado with it, across the diamond, and gets Murphy. The Mets pick up 2 runs, and they have 8 hits in this game, the Mets do. It's a lot of runs, and a lot of hits, excuse me, for this early on. And I know Latos can go, Latos, that was it, really, because he's already given up 3 runs, so he'll be a fatigued pitcher, so we're going to have to look to change him up. But he's due up in this inning 4th, so let's see if he comes to bat. Then he'll get a pinch hitter, and if not, he'll get pulled anyway. All right, now we may have to do a double switch. All right, Real Muto against Bart Colon, and that's a 5. That's tough. A tough 32. It's gonna be a double off Real Muto's card. That's gonna gets a hold of one, drives in the gap, and now it's Suzuki, and that's an 8 ballpark, a 39, a ballpark 39. A lefty, that's going to be right outside of the wheelhouse range and put us into the in-play range. And for that, we're going to pull a fast action card, a 62. The in-play 62 takes us to a ground ball to short. And Real Muto's going to hold on that ground ball to short. Okay. Adeiny Echevarria with a runner in scoring position at second base, 3-0 Met lead here in the bottom of the 5th. And that's an 11. That's a defensive check. See what happens. Range second base. Murphy at second base. Let's see what kind of range they've given Murphy at second base. He's got D range, not very good. And we rolled a 97. So even under D range, 97 is still going to be an out. And what kind of an out is that? We got a 4 up there. It's being a line out to second base. And that's out number 2. So Echevarria lines out. And we're going to get a pinch hitter now. And we're going to look at the actual game. If we have it a line around here. Should have it somewhere. I don't know what I did with it. Let's see. Here it is. Okay, the actual game, see who pinch hit. It was a Reed Brignac. So let's see if we have Reed Brignac in the pile of team cards. Reed Brignac. He may be in the other set, the set of fringe players. So we don't have Brignac. Let's see who else. Justin Bohr pinch hits. Donovan Solano pinch runs. We're not at that stage. Let's see. Justin Bohr. All right. He's going to pinch hit for the pitcher. Now, Bohr has 23 home runs against righties. So he has a good righty numbers, 1-53, in case we find his wheelhouse. All right, so we're going to write him in. Justin Bohr as a pinch hitter, add sub, and he's going to be a lefty. There's 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 5th. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th, and the Mets are up 3-0. Real Muto's at second base. And Justin Bohr is pinch hitting for Latos, who's been pulled. Here's the pitch from Colon. And that's a 7. That's going to be in play 52. And Colon gets lucky once again. A 52 is going to be a ground ball to third base. Eric Campbell up with it across the diamond in time. And Colon gets out of the inning. So Colon's pitching a 2-hitter. Latos is out. Let's see who they brought in to pitch in this game. Sam Dyson. Sam Dyson is going to pitch. I know we have him. So Dyson is in there pitching to leadoff batter Eric Campbell. Just made a nice play at third base. Let's put Dyson in there. Sam Dyson. Dyson hopefully can go 2 innings for us. That's a 10. That's in play. A 69. An in play 69. It's going to be a fly ball to center. So 1 away. Top of the 6th. That's a 9. That's patient. A patient 69 again. Patient 69 takes us to a ground ball to second. D. Gordon up with it. Flips it to the first base. 2 away. And it's Kevin Plawecki. Plawecki's 0 for 2. He struck out swinging, struck out looking. It's a pitch from Dyson. Ballpark 93. Ballpark 93 is going to be an in play. In play, fast action number 43. It's going to be an out. Fly ball to right. 3 up, 3 down for the Mets. Colon is going to be facing D. Gordon, top of the order. D. Gordon, Prado, and Giancarlo Stanton. Now we're trying to get Colon's first victory of the year. He's 0-3 so far. Let's see what happens here in this inning. It's a big inning. Bottom of the 6th. And that's a 2. That's a wheelhouse. A wheelhouse 40 against a righty is a base hit single. So D. Gordon leads it off with a single. We're going to look up here. A 6. And his steal number is a 6, so he's going to get a chance to go. He's a C. Plawecki's throwing is a 3, so a C3. Let's see where that lands us. A C3 is going to make him a normal base stealer. So let's see what happens. We're going to pull a card. A normal base stealer, and he's fair, and he's out. Oh, he's out. Plawecki guns him down. Down 3-0. Tries to steal. And he's caught stealing. 2-6. So that helps out Colon there. It's pretty big. All right. So Prado's up 1 out. And that's a 6. That's in play 43. And in play 43. Going to take us to a ground ball to third. Eric Campbell. 1 hops it. And that's 1 away. That's 2 away, excuse me. 2 away. Giancarlo Stanton. Struck out twice. That's a 3. That's tough. A 19, tough 19 is swing and a miss, strike 3 for the 3rd time. So Giancarlo struck out 3 times. 3 up, 3 down. Well, no, actually it was a hit. So, but we go to the top of the 7th. The Mets. Colon is due up, and he's going to bat. That's a 10. That's in play for Colon. 65 in play, 65. It's going to be the out range. Ground ball to second base. D. Gordon throws him out. Curtis Granderson now. And that's a 4. That's a ballpark 28. Ballpark 28 against a lefty is going to put him in the wheelhouse. Against a righty, it's a 1 for 32. There's a shot, and it's a 60. And that's going to be out of the hit range. It's going to be a fly ball to left. Ichiro there. And Granderson is out. 2 outs now. And Lagares. That's a 4. That's a ballpark. 0-6. It's going to put us in the wheelhouse. We're going to pull a wheelhouse. We're looking at a 1-7 for a home run. That's an 83. That's going to be out of range. hit range, and it takes us into the out range. It's a ground that is short. Ground that is short. Echevarria over to first. And that's out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Mets. And Colon comes back out here in his in the bottom of the 7th. Pitching to 3 hitters so far. And he's going to face Ozuna. And that's an 8. That's a ballpark 47. A ballpark 47 is going to put us into the in-play zone. In-play 60. A lot of high numbers we've been pulling. It's F9. Fly ball to right field. 1 away. Michael Morse, who's flied out and struck out. He's 0 for 2. And that's a 7. That's in play. 24 in play. 24 is a base hit. That's a 4th knock allowed by Bartolo. So there's action in the Met bullpen right now. And Real Muto, that's an 11. That's a defense. A defense 63. Error second base. See what Murphy is at second base. Murph at second base is an E2. An E2 makes an error 1 to 36. And we rolled a 63, so that's going to be an out. Let's see what kind of out that is. We got a 9 up there. A 9. It's going to be a ground ball double play A if he's in A range, and he is not. So it's going to just be a runner advances. 4 to 3. So Morse is at second base. Morse hit a single. And now with 2 outs, it's going to be Ichiro. Ichiro's 0 for 2. He's due. It's a 7. That's in play. In play 77. That's going to be a fly ball to center. And that's a 3rd out. Go to the top of the 8th now. We're going to pull Dyson here. And we're going to probably... it's going to be Lucas Duda, Kadire, and Daniel Murphy. So we're going to look for a lefty in the... Brad Hand is going to come into pitch. I know he's available. We're going to pull a double switch with him because due up is going to be it's going to be Echevarria, then the pitcher. So we're going to have to pull a double switch. A double switch. So the way we're going to do this, Dyson's going to be pitching. We are going to take, we're going to put this kid, let me see who's available. Solano, Donovan Solano. He's an infielder. So that's no good. Who else do we have here? I don't know who else we have. Oh, Kristen Yelich. Let's see who. Donovan Solano, Brignac, Bohr. So I don't know who's on the roster. Don't know who's on the roster. But I know what we're gonna do. Okay, we're gonna. You know what? We're gonna just bring in Hand for this inning. He's a lefty. He's pitching to 3 lefties. Brad Hand is going to come in just for this inning right now. Add sub. And we're just going to pinch hit for him. Hand. Because I'm not going to go into finding out who was on the roster at this point. So lefty. So Hand comes in. There we go. Okay, so Brad Hand is going to pitch to lefty swinging Lucas Duda in the top of the 8th inning. It's 3-0. Mets lead it. Colon is still in the game, pitching a 4-hitter. 6 is Tough, 77. Tough 77 from the left side. It's going to be a fly ball to center. 1 away. Next is Michael Kadire. He's 2 for 2, walked and singled twice. And that's a 6. Tough A tough 29 against the lefty is going to be a strikeout. So Hand strikes out Kadire. And now it's going to be the Murph. He's grounded out 3 times. He's 0 for 3. And that's a 6. That's tough. 77. A tough 77. Going to go into the out range. And that's going to be popped up to the right side. D. Gordon calls for it. And it's 3 up, 3 down for Brad Hand, just as planned. And he's going to get pulled for a pinch hitter. It's going to be Donovan Solano. It's going to be Colon facing Donovan Solano here. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's Echevarria, then it's Donovan Solano. He's going to pinch hit. So Danny Echevarria. And that's a 10. That's a tough. A 20. A tough 28. It's a strikeout. Echevarria downswing. Colon. Going to pitch to Donovan Solano now. Trying to write him in here. Don Solano. Donovan Solano is a righty. Okay, here's the pitch to Solano. That's an 8 ballpark. 69. He's 69. Right-hander's going to be in the in-play range. 93. That's going to be out of the range. It's going to be a fly ball to left. Fly ball to left field, and Kadire's there for the out. So Solano flies out for the second out. D. Gordon now. That's a 10. That's a tough. A 0-0. Oh, that's going to be a rare play. And we're going to look at an 11. A rare play 11 with nobody on base. It's a base on balls. Pitcher ejected for arguing the call. All right. There you go. D. Gordon walks, and Big Sexy gets thrown out of the game. That's too bad because he was looking towards a potential shutout victory, a complete game shutout victory, but he gets tossed for arguing with the umpire. And now, 3-0. We're going to bring in Familia for a 4-out save to try to save this. Try to save Colon's efforts here. So Colon is ejected. Walks D. Gordon, didn't like it. And Familia comes in. And Familia is going to now face Martin Prado. 3-0 Mets. Bottom of the 8th. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Colon just got ejected, pitching a shutout, 4-hit shutout. And that's an 11. That's in play, 86. In play, 86. It's going to be a ground ball to short. Wilmer flips to Murphy for out number 3. And the Mets are coming up in the top of the 9th. Let's see who's going to be the pitcher. We're going to bring in Dyson already got pulled. Mike Dunn. Let's see if we have Mike Dunn. Who do we have coming up? We have a Campbell. We got 3 righties. So Mike Dunn. Let's see. Dunn, I think, is a lefty. I'm not sure, but I will check that out. Yep, he is a lefty. So we're not going to bring in a lefty. We're going to bring in... Then next is Brian Morris. I believe Brian Morris is a righty, if we have him in here. If he's not part of the fringe player set. Brian Morris. There he is, a righty. Perfect. We have him. That's the nice thing about Payoff Pitch. They give you a whole ton of players. And the cards are gorgeous. I mean, cards are amazing. Really thick, nice card. It's a little bit glossy, the paper. It's got color on it. It's really, really, really nice. Really worth it, for sure. I'm buying every set that they have. I've got 5 so far. I think they have another 6 or 7 I got to pick up. Getting one every check. Brian Morris is going to face Eric Campbell, Wilmer Flores, and Kevin Plawecki. Brian Morris, got to write him in because we don't have him. So Brian Morris, how do you spell Brian? Okay, B-R-Y-A-N, Morris. Now he'll be in here from now on, so I'll never have to write him in again. Next time they play the I was gonna say the Dolphins, the Marlins, Brian Morris will be in there already for me. I won't have to rewrite him. All right, so Eric Campbell facing Morris, and that's an 8. That's a tough 11. It's a 40 strikeout. 1 to 40 is a strikeout there. So 1 away, top of the 9th. So Cologne, if the Mets can hold on and Familia can hold on, Cologne will get his first win of the season. That's exciting. 7. That's in play. 21 and in play 21. It's a line drive base hit for Flores. He's been the Mets' most consistent hitter so far. And I'll tap on his name and see what he's been doing. Let's see. Let's tap on it again. Okay, Flores is batting .375. He's 6 for 16. Got 1 RBI. All right, Kevin Plawecki now. Plawecki's 0 for 3. That's an 11 defensive check. See what happens there. Error pitcher. Fielding rating is a 2. We rolled a 78. A 78, so no matter what he is, he's an error rating 2, 78. It only goes up to 45 for an error, so it's going to be an out. What kind of an out? It's a, we got a 10 there, and the pitcher 10 is popped up to the pitcher. Little mini pop-up that goes right to Morris. It's unusual. Everybody else holds. And it's Familia's due up now, so Familia's gonna bat. Gonna bat Familia here, and let's see what Familia bat. He's a 3, so we got to pull a 3 pitcher hitting card. Probably just gonna stand there, not gonna do very much. Pitcher hitting card 3 for Familia. And that's a 3 in play 93. It's a in play 93. It's gonna be a fly ball. Manages to get a little weak fly ball to Ichiro. Comes in for it. And that's all she wrote. Gonna pull these out. Don't need that. So hopefully this will be it now. So Familia had 43 saves in 2015. The Mets made it all the way to the World Series. And it's going to be Giancarlo Stanton. Giancarlo Stanton, Marcelo Zuna, and Mike Morse. And that's a 7. That's a tough 27. A tough 27 is a strikeout. That's the 4th strikeout for. So I believe that's the is that the golden sombrero? Is it the 4 strikeouts? I believe it's the golden sombrero, which is the 5th one. The 5th one is like a silver sombrero or something like that. I'm not sure. Can't remember. You guys can tell me. All right, 7 tough. A 50 tough 50 is going to be a strikeout. Marcelo Zuna down on strikes. 2 away now. So we're 1 out away from Cologne's first victory. He was not here to enjoy it because he got booted from the game for arguing a ball 4 call. Michael Morse, that's a 10. That's patient, a 21, a patient 21. It's a base on balls. So with 2 outs, Familia walks Morse, and now it's JT Realmuto. Hopefully we did not count our eggs before they hatched. Here's the pitch to Realmuto, and that's a 2. That's a wheelhouse. A wheelhouse 45 against a righty is going to be, just outside his hit range. That's going to take us to a ground ball right at Duda. Duda takes it himself for out number 3. Game over. and the Mets win it by a score of 3-0. So Bart ends up with pitching a 4-hitter. Doesn't go the distance, unfortunately. He got ejected, but he gets his first win of the season. So that's a positive. Familia gets a save. Good job for Familia coming in and saving it. The loss is going to go to Matt Latos. And we're going to email ourselves the box score. So this is an exciting event. Here are the line scores. Mets 3 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error with 5 left on base. The Marlins, no runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 6 left on base. And that's all she wrote. I'm going to print out another 5. The month now. I'm playing by month. Try to get another month out of the way. I just played the month of April. He's 1-3 in April. And now I'm going to play the month of May. I'm going to print out the 5 starts of May, and then I'll set up the teams and so on, pull them out of the box and so forth. So this is Combat Painter signing off for now. We'll probably be back later on, continuing the Bartolo Colon 2015 Mets World Series year replay. Take care now.